Okay, hello YouTube. I gotta make sure my stuff is updated for Twitch. Okay, we're live on Twitch as well. Okie doke. Guys, I was so tired last night. I opted to be social. So we did social things instead of really trying to lock in and solve this. It is what it is. Hi, I'm new. Welcome in. Welcome in, Lex. We're just doing a little comfy cozy coding today. Alrighty. And yeah, I'm late. My dog puked on my rug right before stream. And then I was already feeling a little bit stressed. And then I was like, okay. Okay. This is today. This is how we go today. That's fine. It's so fine. Okay. So we're doing nice, cozy vibes. Cozy vibes on the stream today. I will say, I was trying to figure out what I should do on stream today. Because I was like, I don't know if I should work on the coding stuff that we've been doing, or if I should, I don't know, do something else. Like maybe I should do some Go, or maybe I don't even know if I have Go installed, like Go properly set up on this machine though. However, in theory, I think some of the projects that I would potentially want to work on would already have an X Lake. So that'd be fine. Sletis, thank you so much for the 4 months and the tier 1 sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Low level, what's up? How you doing? How long are we gonna work today? I don't know. We will see. I'm a touch low energy, and it's also kind of one of those things where like stream has a little bit of like diminishing returns in a sense, where like when you have your attention split for an extended period of time, there's only so much like reward you're getting from that. You know what I mean? Like you're not progressing. You're not gonna like get everything done that you want to. Like in an ideal world, streaming takes like it does not drain from the attention or productivity battery, and I could just stream everything always. But I do find that I unfortunately get a little bit, it drains, maybe, I don't know if it's my social battery a little bit, but I get like really wiped after stream. Are you into any TV series? I don't really watch much TV. That's why I do the Pomodoro stream. You're so right. This is usually when we would do Pomo. I decided to try and tank it and do coding. So we'll see. Yeah, you're right. The Pomodoro streams, they do help. Would you consider yourself an introvert? Yes. I'm like, I don't know. I'm very, I can be social. Like I'm good in social situations and stuff. And I like having some, like my people around me. But I definitely need my time alone. But like, don't we all? You know? I don't know. Is it tiring from trying to keep up like a bit of a showbiz persona, a little like having no dead air, trying to be entertaining? I don't think so. I feel like I acknowledge the fact that like, especially on streams, I'm background noise for y'all, you know? I'm just the vibe. I'm setting a vibe. Y'all get to hang out. And I'm just kind of like, you're just doing your own thing in the background. So I don't really expect to like, I'm not out here trying to get like the kids that have to watch. It's like let me teach you something about programming, and also, okay, hold on. Let me teach you something about programming, and also let's have like a Minecraft playthrough on like the top half of the screen, and the bottom half is me explaining like some kind of Git feature. You know what I mean? I'm not anticipating that my audience is very much of like the brain rot kind of thing. For what it's worth, your decharge recharges my coding motivation. That's the goal. That is in fact my goal. Here, guys, I'll let me actually switch this to just like, oh wait, what did I do? Oh, it's fine. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, did my stream crash? No, it's my monitor just changed sources. All right, we're just chatting for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just background noise. We're chilling. Have you heard of the MBTI? Oh, I think I'm INFJ was mine. Or wait, what was J or P? I can't remember. I'm kind of I don't know. I got like a weird personality sometimes. I'm like, I can't tell if I'm type A or if I'm like very much not. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, there's some ways where I'm like super locked in, super organized. We'll have things like dialed. And then there's so many other ways that I'm like, I'm okay to figure it out as I go, you know? Which you guys, I think, see with my coding. Well, kind of. Even when I'm coding, I like fight both sides. Like both sides of me like conflict, you know? I'll be like, oh yeah, no, we can just get this thing working. And then there's like that other voice in my head that's like, it must be perfect first try. It's like, okay, chill. Chill. But then also that like drive for constant refinement. Guys, how are people that are super like that are vibe coding a lot, and or is it considered vibe coding if you're getting AI to write code for you? I feel like it's not. That's what they call vibe engineering, probably. But okay, for people that are getting AI to write the code for you, I feel like, do you like, because part of the learnings with like that allow you to progress in your seniority or like experience as a software dev is to be able to like actually get a real world understanding of when to apply like certain patterns or like design your code in a certain way, or like when to make optimizations versus like when it's not worth it. And like, does that take away from that? Because I feel like Martin Fowler is somebody that I like have looked up to forever. I think he's a really good resource. He's an author. He's written, I'm trying to think of the book that he wrote that like, where I kind of found out about him. I think it was Refactoring by Martin Fowler. So it's like, in his book, in Refactoring, he talks about how software is kind of like, software is almost like, it's something where it's going to continue to have maintenance. You're going to want to do continuous refactoring, kind of like every time you look at the code, is there a way that you can make it better? Is there a way that you can make it a little more clear? Whatever. And it's like, are people saying that that's now dead? But isn't that such a fundamental part of coding? It's so interesting too, because I'm seeing that a lot of the big companies are starting to like wanting to scale back their spending on agents, which makes me think that like, one, I feel like the whole like mass layoffs that we've seen in tech was a little bit of like a pushback from companies for having to like, I don't know if the word is pander. I think it might be. Yeah, to kind of like pander to software developers, because software developers had such a big pull for like, hey, we want this benefit, we want unlimited PTO, we want all of these things for like previous years, and now the companies want to like kind of give that level of uncertainty so that developers are more willing to compromise on things like that. But it's so interesting because they've done these like layoffs, blamed AI for it. Now they're realizing, or they've decided that now it's no longer worth, like it's costing more to get AI to do everything, and they want to scale it back. But then it's like, how many of the people in the meantime, like, is it gonna take like double the time that it would have taken them 6 months ago before they were pressured to delegate so much of their job to AI? You know, it's like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. Okay. So on YouTube, Pet says 18 years of experience in large scale e-commerce marketplaces here. If you massage the models properly, they perform well enough. Interesting. Okay. Vibe coding is the AI is doing all the work. You're basically the business stakeholder, UX and QA. Okay, another thing, when people are like, oh yeah, vibe coding is so hard, maybe it's just if you struggle with communication skills. I feel like if you have a really good communication skills, you're able to relay things to other people in a very clear way, that vibe coding is easy. I don't think it was very hard. I don't think it's that hard. Like, I think it's just a communication gap. Yeah. Sorry if I asked before, what OS are you on for your editor terminal? Oh, you want to know all of it, the whole stack. So I'm on Nix OS. I use a Kitty terminal and a Doom Emacs as my editor, my text editor, IDE vibe. Did you earn money with your programming job? Yes. That is kind of how jobs work. Okay, let me take a quick look at Twitch chat because I think I'm a little bit behind. Vibe coding might be easy. Why not challenge myself? Do you mean with vibe coding or with like regular programming? Dylan Mulroy's streams have been really helpful for me to understanding to use it as well. For AI, how to use AI? Okay, so Just Watch has a prediction, which says right now and for a long time, like 10 years from now, I will probably stay as a tool only to enhance things and not to invent. So I don't expect incredible amounts of layoffs, I think for 10 years at least. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we still need innovation. Do you have a business email? Yeah, it's on my YouTube. Yes. Yeah, I can write most of the code if you can describe what you want in enough detail. Yeah. It's such a different like skill set though than programming. I think there's some overlap, but it's not the same. Okay, Ned's Severed Head says, I think some companies will find they've built a large amount of tech debt when they scale back on AI. Yeah. That is the one thing. So like I've done some stretches of like pure vibe coding. Like when I was mostly, honestly, I'd say the biggest stretch was just like me at the tower with Prime and Tej, with like the terminal squad. And that was like, I was pure vibe coding because I was like, you know what? Everyone's going on about how you should be vibe coding. Let me see how this goes. I learned nothing about the project itself, anything to do with like how the project is architected. I didn't feel that at the end of the week I knew more about the project or that I gained any information that would help me in the future with maintaining the project. But you were able to ship features fast. So it was but it's also one of those things of like even testing. Making sure that things were stable was also a bit of a different thing. Have you used AI to transcribe meetings yet? No, I don't really need to do that. I just don't have meetings. You don't need AI to transcribe meetings. It's fine. It's fine. Good vibe coded software stems from good systems design, which is different from programming. Does anyone have a favorite resource for improving systems design knowledge? I know there's the book that is Building Data Intensive Applications. I know a lot of people like that. Is the bubble starting to fizzle? It is. It is. Sletus says, I might be off topic here, but I have a hard time embracing AI. I like the problem solving, not just encoding. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, to me, that is the fun part. Like, if anything, let's delegate the tasks I don't want to do. If I'm just building something as well for funsies, okay, break down that problem for me in a way where I just have these like small scoped things that I need to solve for. And it's like, you can always tweak things. So today, cooked brain day, or we coding? We'll probably code in a bit, but I'll just chat for a little bit. We'll probably chat for at least like half an hour. Right now we're 15 minutes in, so at least another 15 minutes. Interesting. Yeah, low level. Okay, so low level says, I think this is the same way I think about working at a big company. You're going to land on code you didn't write or don't understand, but still need to contribute to. AI generated code is the same IMO from a learning standpoint. Yes. It is nice that you can tell okay, honestly, one thing that would be huge and also super handy from like using AI as a tool for your coding stuff is like the code style. If there are specific requirements for like for your org and how the code needs to be styled, or like naming conventions, etc. Being able to, I guess like some people will kind of have that running as a bit of a linter, right? They'll set up like a custom like lint thing for like code style. Doesn't help that Tej was addicted to refactoring it. Honestly, true. Honestly, though, I don't know if Tej wasn't refactoring it. I don't know that ship would have sailed. You know what I mean? I don't know if that would have, not if anything would have worked. If you make the architectural decisions yourself and have the AI write the code, is that generally okay? It's fine. I'm not saying that anything is wrong. I think it's just a different skill set. It's like how well you can architect an application versus how well you can actually solve the problem that the application solves. And even like, yeah, I think that's it. There's a lot of learning in solving a problem yourself. Yeah, I agree. How much have books helped you versus hands-on experience? Hands-on is definitely better. I think, honestly, I think I should have maybe focused a little less on books and more on hands-on, but sometimes I'll find like, well, now there's like, it is kind of helpful. You can ask AI to like help you refactor, help you like pinpoint best practices, whatever, based on your code. I often, what I find to be a pretty good system is basically like going to build something, getting that hands-on practice. And then once I get blocked on something, or I'm like, I know that I know that the way that I'm handling this is not the most optimal way. Let me try and figure out a better way to do that. Yeah, so that's usually it. Are you a full-time streamer? Or are you still working as a dev? Right now I'm doing just streaming stuff full-time, content to pay the bills, and then working on just learning and improving my dev skills on my own. Yeah, I'm kind of, it's very funny. I feel like I'm kind of trying to dodge the crazy, it feels like a very crazy time in the workplace from what I'm hearing from everyone. Like there is insane pressure to just, I don't know, the pressures at work. It sounds like it's not a good spot. I'm pretty happy that I'm trying to like kind of dodging it right now. I don't know that I'll stay full-time streaming forever. But like right now it's just kind of prioritizing my own skill set and like my own needs instead of what a company might want from me. Yo, Sletus, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. What the freak? Thank you. That is so generous. What? Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'm sure the community really appreciates that. Congrats to everyone who is a winner. Good job. Anyone who dodged, you're peaking in athleticism, okay? Dodging like the freaking Matrix. Okay, Mike of Cinders says, I vibe engineered a Swift app for about 3 months. Everything works fine, and I know there are issues in the code, but I dread going to go back there to fix it because I'm not super familiar with the code base and the skill atrophy is real. That is one thing. The skill atrophy can be very, very real. The hard thing too, so I've mentioned this, I'm like, it's the skill atrophy where I always find if I take a break from coding, I feel so rusty. And same if I was just vibe coding, I would feel so rusty and so slow. And that like, I feel like the looming pressure of like, oh, I'm not solving this fast enough is always the worst. Which, yeah. But I will say if you vibe code something or like you have an existing project, learning how to work with that, learning how to like do bug fixes, find where specific things are in the code to be able to fix it. Or yeah, either fixing stuff, adding new features, whatever. Being able to like maintain an existing piece of code is also a different skill set than building something from scratch. So it's not like it's a bad thing necessarily to like work on a project where you're not super familiar with it, because it can be helpful. But yeah, it's good. You're in a great spot. Yeah, I feel like I made the right call here. I feel like I made the right call. I'm glad that I'm taking at least this year to just prioritize my own learning. Like I can already feel myself getting back into the flow of like being able to solve things better, being more immersed in like on like the coding side of things. It can still be a little bit hard to try and balance. I don't know, like balancing multiple kind of interests or like skills that don't necessarily like, they kind of overlap, but they don't, like trying to make sure that I'm making enough time to like create good content, but also trying to like basically code as much as possible. It can be kind of tricky. It can be kind of tricky because I think I can also be a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes, where I'm like, I gotta always be doing more, and then I'll just kind of like keep pushing the line of like what's my threshold here, and like constantly, and I'm like, can I just not? No, I'm built this way. Also, Mike, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I don't know if I thanked you, but thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I spent all day on a doc page and it actually felt kind of nice. Honestly, it is so peaceful. It is so incredibly peaceful. How to deal with imposter syndrome? Get yourself small wins. Celebrate small wins, acknowledge small wins, and just like build small things. And you always, what I would say is like, even if you have a hard project that you're working on, try to set yourself up for some tasks that you can do that are small wins. Like it can literally just be like Elite Code Easy, or like I find Code Wars a much more fun platform than Leet Code because it's so much more like gamified. It's like you're training to battle kind of vibe. Leet Code feels like very corporate and boring, but I like little coding challenges. Just something like momentum is very underrated, I think, in this field. Yeah, you gotta just keep up with that. And then on the days where you're feeling like unmotivated, whatever, like honestly, bribe yourself. Like get yourself your favorite little treat, and you're only allowed to have it when you sit down at your desk and you've been programming for half an hour. You know what I mean? Like just, there is no shame in like, I bribed myself to be here today. Have like, even having like little routines. Like for me, I only really have like, I love like black tea, like my little breakfast tea. And I only have my breakfast tea at my desk when I'm starting my work day, or like coding or something like that. Like when I'm sitting down ready to lock in, and that helps a lot. But definitely just try to keep momentum up and don't overthink things. Just let any failures, whatever, learn from them. Like do a lot of retrospectives, try to understand where things went wrong and learn from them. But like, do not let it have any kind of emotional weight to it or pressure or anything that it adds. Like just let it be like water off a duck's back. Did you study CS at university? I did. Okay, Jitsu, I'm a little behind on Twitch chat, sorry. Jitsu says, it's an interesting one for me. I'm a senior dev and I did really enjoy coding, but as challenging as work coding is, I found it like putting together the same puzzle over and over again. So giving a lot of the work to AI is refreshing at times. I agree. I think that there's just, for whatever reason, online, we like to be super polarizing where it's like, no, it's either all in on AI or no AI at all. And it's like, no. There is a middle ground here. It is a tool. It is just like when probably search engines came out and people were like, but books are still good. And it's like, yeah, they are, but we can just, there are some things you can use this tool for different problems, you know? I know that there can be being a software developer is very cognitively demanding. Like you can be so freaking exhausted. I don't know about you, but the worst feeling is like when you've been working on a problem, you're really struggling to solve it. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to sleep on it and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to like have fresh eyes on it. And then I'm going to, whatever, I'll be able to solve it. You wake up the next morning and you're like, shit, this thing again. I don't want to look at this anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this, grandpa. Don't make me. And then it's like nowadays you have like some ways to alleviate those things. Or even if like, for example, it's like CI breaks and you're in the middle of something and you're like, okay, well now I have to like sidestep and fix CI. It's like, okay, well that can now take like a minute or two just because like even if like I don't have to look up how to fix this thing. It's like I can just try something, see if it works, whatever. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, Welker says, would you hire someone who only vibe coded if you were impressed by an app that they built? I would, and I would probably put them more on the product side. I would make them I would put them on the product side. They'd be like a PM or something. That said, if they actually want to learn how to code, I would let them kind of be involved in maintaining things. I do think that it's important that people that are involved in product understand to an extent the developer perspective. So getting them to like help maintain some things so that they can have that like in mind when they're designing different things or like, because product is really good for, product is really good for like either executing on a good idea and or like figuring out what is or isn't a priority. So knowing kind of like also the maintenance cost of things will be important with figuring out like what features are worth adding. I think it's easy to get a little in over your head of like, oh, all of these features sound awesome, so let's just make bloatware. And it's like, okay, well, we don't need all that. I don't trust AI to make secure decisions. I don't trust myself sometimes. I really, really, really want to go through the CSSLP. Where is it? I have that book. It's behind me. CSSLP. It's like a writing secure software book. It is a chonker. I think you can get a certification for that one. But I really want to go through that one and like learn the ins and outs of like secure software. Yeah. Ooh, Hinsey has a reference here of it's like an equivalent exchange in Full Metal Alchemist. Everything comes with a price. When you outsource your cognition to a machine, you lose something. It is also insane how, what's his name? The Sam Altman was like, yeah, it's just going to be like anything else that we sell back to the people. It's like, you buy, what was he saying? You buy food, you buy water, you buy information basically, or intelligence. And I'm like, that's crazy. Because people are already mad at freaking Nestle for taking the water out of our backyard and bottling it up and selling it back to us. People are already pissed about that, let alone like, let's make you dependent on this thing and then like rug pull. It's like, okay. Yeah, I see how that's going. Also, Banana, Klaus. I don't know. Okay, Klaus, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Bart, thank you so much for the tier 1. Did you watch an anti-gravity demo? They built a custom OS in the demo with 93 agents working in parallel. That is insane. But this is just like, honestly, I'm like, this is just you're just a manager at that point. No? Hello? Streaming plus coding is incredibly hard. As you can see, most streamers just gaming. Most streamers are just gaming, and even when gaming, they can't focus on chat a lot. Imagine when coding. That's my alt account, by the way. Yeah, I just posted that to like gas myself up, you know. Yeah, it's so hard. No, you're right. It is actually really difficult. This is part of why I like stare at a wall for half an hour after my stream, okay? After I'm done streaming, I'm like, what just happened? What the frick just happened? The circuits have exploded. They've caught flame. Scottish breakfast is my caffeine of choice. Yeah. Irish breakfast, Scottish breakfast, orange pico. Love that shit. So good. Sledis says, I love that. I'm going to steal the imposter syndrome tips. I've got a low confidence colleague and I'm going to help her or him with that tip. It's so easy to get stuck in your own head, honestly. It's so easy to get stuck in your own head and then just like you hold yourself back unintentionally without knowing. You know, you don't know it, and then you're like, in hindsight, I could have just done it, and it would have been fine. You know. Wraith says, yeah, but what happens if your goals move? You're able to code something, but then you're like, what if someone else made the AV2 codec? Stop comparing yourself to others, just do what you can, and hopefully there's something you enjoy. But that's the thing, is I feel like with the small wins, they can and should be anything. Because even the people that are accomplishing like really impressive stuff, they have little wins along the way. Like that's how some of my previous colleagues that I've spoken to, that are people that I'm just like, dude, how do you ship like this? You're working a full-time job, you have a family, like what do you mean? And it's like, they're like, the way that like if I get stuck on my really big project, or I feel like a little demotivated, whatever, I just like spend some time on my smaller one that can give me a win or that can like boost morale. Okay. It's good. I'm tired of applying to jobs. Well, hopefully there will be more jobs opening up, because it sounds like a lot of companies are hiring again. You should apply to Uber. They'd be hiring big time, apparently. You know what's interesting? There's so much overlap between coding and knitting, because in knitting, a lot of people will do the same thing. Do you guys want to see the most impressive thing I've ever knitted? Yo, hi, visual. Hello. Do you want to see my most impressive knitting project? And this one took me so long, because I would like, if I ever made a mistake with it, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to have an existential crisis. I have to undo this. It was one where I literally had to write down every single row that I knit, what the steps were, because it was so easy to make a mistake with it. Let's see it. You want to see the knitting? Okay, I'll grab it. I'll be right back. You're going to be so impressed because I'm so good at knitting. No, I'm just kidding. It just took me so long. And this is one where I had a lot of small wins along the way. I was like, let me do a small project on the side so that when this bigger one drives me insane, I can pivot. And coding is the same. I'll be right back. I have not. Okay, my Magnum Opus or whatever it's called. Okay. So I haven't finished it because I put it aside once again. But it's a cardigan. And it's like, hold on. The craziest thing I've made. I don't know if you can. Yeah. So this would be an example. The equivalent for this is like, I don't know. This is like when people literally, it's like you launch the next ghosty, okay? That's what this is. And then I've got like so many toques laying around my house that is like the side projects that I made when this drove me insane. But yeah, this is the, hold on. I can try and model it for you. We'll see. I still gotta, so the only thing that's really left, I think, is like, I gotta block it still, which like helps the stitches kind of settle into a better spot. But it's like a old-fashioned Celtic knit from the Scottish Isles. It's cozy. But yeah. It's a time, dude, this probably took me, I think, 8 months, maybe more, because I kept putting it down. There was one point where, okay, wait. Yeah, I think this was 8 months or more. I think 8 months. If I had done it straight on, I probably could have done it in like 2 months, maybe a little bit more. But like this, okay, this shit, there was one point where I realized, okay, I had gotten up to, let's see, looks like work in progress. It is, yeah, I put it back on the thing. Okay, so there was one point where I had knitted up to like here, and I realized that there was a mistake like down here. So I had to undo the whole thing. It is super comfy. It's gonna sit a bit better too once I block it, which is basically when you get it wet and then you like wash it and then you like pin it to dry. Cause right now there's gonna be like uneven tension on the stitches. That's gonna make it kind of pull in different ways because of the knitting stuff. But you know what? This is just like programming. This is somebody building Ghosty, all right? This is somebody building Ghosty, but you got to have the little wins along the way. Yeah. Who taught you how to do that? I learned to knit from my great grandmother, actually. And then I got back into it. A few years ago when I had a concussion because I couldn't read. I wasn't allowed to read or like spend time on screens. And I was like, well, what the heck else am I going to do? It is interesting actually though, how similar, like knitting patterns, everything is, there's 2 stitches. So it's actually almost kind of like binary. There's only 2 kinds of stitches, even for that whole thing. You just kind of, sometimes you like change the order of them and then it makes them, it makes it twist and stuff, but yeah. Anyway, so that's my Magnum Opus for knitting, and that's my reminder to you that the little wins, you need the little wins along the way to get to something like that. Are you going to try and finish the sweater and the shell at the same time? Yeah, there's very little left to do with that. I'll probably, all I have to do, I got to finish the neck, which is pretty much I just got to cast off the neck and then wash it and then see how it lays and see if I want to put a button band or not. Because originally I was going to put a button band for it. And then I'm like, I don't know if I might just wear it open a lot of the time. So yeah, I got a concussion playing with my dog. I sat down and looked away and made that mistake with a puppy, a big puppy. And then I looked back and they had like the crazy eyes and then jumped at my face and like my head smacked against the wall behind me. Yeah, they got excited. I heard proper knitted clothes sell for quite a bit. If you bought that same sweater in the store that was handmade, it would probably be like designer and it would probably be honestly like over $1,000. I think even just in the yarn costs alone for that was probably a few $100s. Because yarn is kind of expensive. Like that's 100% Peruvian wool, I think. It's like the Cascade wool. It's not even one of the most expensive wools. Like not even close. It was like more of a bit more of a budget wool. But yeah, I love knitting. I think knitting and reading, having like some different little analog activities that you can do are really, really good. What did you study at university? Why did you drop out? I did study computer science at uni and I dropped out because I was getting, I felt like I was ready for a job. So I was kind of mentioning on my streams that like, you know, I was kind of looking at getting a new job. And then I was getting like full-time software development job offers before finishing the end of my degree. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll try to just do both for a bit. And then I was like, I can't do both. New Zealand merino. Yeah, merino wool is good. It's nice. Illusory, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. What's your favorite book? Ooh, like fiction? Or would you agree with the statement AI or die? Do you, Muffin? No. What were your favorite modules? I liked my programming classes the most. Like when you could actually, actually building stuff. Logic courses, math, they were like a necessary evil. Would you recommend your route for getting a coding job? I don't know, because I've had such a weird, I think it's more so like, I think that my path into programming can serve as like validation potentially for people who have maybe a bit more of like an unconventional path, or like they're just not going to be following the like go to high school, start learning it in high school, go to university for 4 years, intern at large companies, graduate, work at one of the large companies. Like if you're not going to follow that like particular path, it could be like my story could help you realize that it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend my path necessarily, because it does, I feel like so much of it has to do with kind of like who you meet along the way as well. I seriously don't want to go back to school. It might honestly be worth get your foot in the door somewhere. Like work in IT. Honestly, there's a lot of like entry-level IT jobs. Go work in IT. Maybe take some Nepo. No, I didn't know anybody in the field. Listen. Yeah, but get your foot in the door, get some contacts, just be a good person to work with. I think that's kind of the biggest advice I could give is like be someone that is enjoyable to work with. Like help your teammates. Don't try and shortchange others. Like just be genuinely helpful. And also like you kind of got to be a bit brave. You got to ask. You got to like be vulnerable sometimes so that you're like the first, like, sometimes I think that's one thing that I'm pretty good at is like, obviously you read the room, but being like the first one to be vulnerable or like open up more in a conversation, it can allow you to like get like become closer with people, and it can like, a lot of people are like nervous to do that and be the first one. I feel like that is, if there's anything about me, okay, sometimes I'm a little dumb. Sometimes I'm a little, whatever, but like I am brave. I will do stuff that scares me and just do it anyway and not let that be a factor. Okay. I'm the same. I'm from the UK. I self-taught using YouTube videos, leapfrogged loads of uni students that had been there for a long time and got senior in 5 years. Soft skills are major wins. I had an interviewer that literally said, "You're the first person who doesn't sound like a human modem." Yeah, you need the balance. You need a balance. I feel like every dev eventually picks up something hands-on. Yeah. Dude, I wish I was more of a gardener. I feel like gardening or like tending to plants is also so healthy, satisfying. Also beekeeping. I would love to keep. I wish I was a beekeeper. All right. Yes, honestly. Okay, so Ty Guy says everyone comes up against challenges. Be the type of person that gets up and keeps going. 100%. I think that is that resilience is an under discussed skill for developers. Like developers, to enjoy a career in software development, you have to be so resilient because you are nonstop your entire career going to come across problems that you haven't seen before that you have to solve, and they are going to scale in difficulty as you progress. Like you are always going to find things that are a challenge for you. All right, you guys, should we do some coding? All right, we'll see how well my brain thinks today. The thinkies. I might, as I said, I think I might keep it a slightly shorter stream. Oh. Slightly shorter stream so that I can actually be productive today. One of these days I'll be a little bit more organized and we can do some other more planned stuff on stream. Actually, you know what I really want? I want to do some React stuff to like the creatures of SF. Like sometimes I come across these tweets and I'm like, this guy don't know that what he's saying is fucking weird. He's just like in the little SF bubble of like, you know, he's in like the little SF bubble of like, oh, it's so normal to just like use it to like bring up AI for these things or like use it in this way or whatever. And just like sometimes I'm just like, what an interesting creature. we need to investigate this further. I want to see like SF tech bros like it's an aquarium. Okay? That's what I want to do on one of these streams. I need like all the SF tech bro tweets, blogs, whatever, and just be like, react to r/LinkedIn lunatics. You're so right. Wait, I gotta write that down. You're so right. I forgot that existed. Yeah, SF is like an aquarium. Yeah, I'm like kind of like a zoo. You know, I want to see. Do it like narrate it like it's a David Attenborough documentary. That would be awesome. That would be a good Monday stream. It could be a good Monday stream. I agree. Okay, let me. Oh, I gotta turn. Wait, hello? I'm so goofy. Hold on. I'll be switching things around before I even switch my scene. All right, there we are. We go to coding. Yippee! Okay. Do you guys like my scuff layout where you can see like some of my browser but also not? You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, please don't feed the animals. So Jared, yes, it was Jared Sumner was one of the people that I saw that was posting dating stuff, and I was like, this can't be real. Surely not. Surely not. There's no way. There's no way someone genuinely is thinking that. Yeah, you guys like the scuff? All right. There we go. And here. Oh, it's on the wrong. Okie doke. Oh yeah, here. I was thinking through the logic for this bad boy. I think it was still failing. It's not doing... Okay, for this one, it's when something is within double quotes. Oh, within it... Escape is not escape. And it doesn't... It's not adding it. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. We'll do this. If escape, then we're gonna have to... It's okay. We're gonna like streamline this after, but for now it's gonna look like shit. Okay. Oh wait, actually I can just do, we can just do arg.push the character. And then maybe this will do this properly now. Hold on. And then... Okay, still failing inside. Oh shit. Uh-oh, wait, how did this, uh-oh. Wait, oh, this is backslash. Test multiple spaces, okay. So if it is escaped. All right, so this one is interesting. This could be, I don't know if this is the test. I think there's a chance that this is... Okay, this is the one thing with this whole problem is that these tests are kind of rough. These tests are a little bit rough to deal with. So I'm escaping it. It's going to preserve the spaces, but... But did it still fail? Yeah, okay. So the left gave me like a million spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It should be 4. So for whatever reason, this is being escaped. Oh, wait. Okay. I think I removed that by accident. What's the project? No, you're allowed to. You're allowed to be new. The project, I think if you do exclamation mark today as well. But basically, we are we're building a shell from scratch. Just for learning, just for fun. Yeah, like Bash. We're building our own version. So like Bash or Z Shell or Fish, we're just building that from scratch. We're using the like code crafters as a baseline. So basically, code crafters will gives us like scoped challenges. Hold on, I'm gonna just, you don't need to be open. 2 and 3, okay. So you can see here, if you do this, like this is code crafters. So they give you like scoped problems to solve for each of the features, which is really nice. Is it called Bash Bunny? The shell, I think right now I have it as a seashell. Like you'd find on the beach because it's written in Rust, which is a crab as a logo. Or Bash. If anything, it could be Bash. Because then it would be born again shell. Do I use Restream? No, I don't use Restream. I was using it for a bit, but I had some... Oh, wait. That's so funny. Wait, I think the YouTube chat that I'm looking at is from last stream. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. There we go. Okay, now I can see YouTube chat again. YouTube has better quality than Twitch. It's kind of ironic. YouTube has they have like a higher bitrate allowance as well. So the actual, the quality of the stream is better. They also are a little bit, they're much better at handling, there was one time I was doing an IRL stream and I was just streaming it from my phone, and Twitch, it would just, whenever the connection would drop, it would just end the stream, versus YouTube would just start buffering. So interesting. So interesting. No, it was like seashell. Google has more money. YouTube, I bet YouTube must just make bank. YouTube chat is wild. I could fix it a little bit. It's actually, honestly, I feel like it's gotten kind of better. SF Bros will get an MRI and ask if AI was using it or not. Yeah, it's crazy. Do you use Restream? I don't use it anymore. No, I had some like I was having some issues with stability. It was really good for like the first month, and then it really was not. So now I'm just doing a local. I'm using, what plugin am I using? I'm using a local like OBS plugin. Okay, a literal outside. Okay. Mode double quote this. Okay. This is escaped. If it's escaped, why am I pushing this? If it's double quoted, yeah, I don't think I need to do that. We don't got to do all that. This currently, so this handle escape, there are like some specific things that are going to get escaped properly that, okay, that are going to need to be handled, but I'm not currently handling. Inside and then little quote outside. Okay. So I think what I need to do here is probably have, so in this case, it's escaped. We're in a quote. I think what you guys were saying about making this a stack is probably the best call. Don't exactly know how I would do that. I'm paying for this. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. What's the first language I learned? English and then Python. Very close together. Obviously. Yeah, okay. So I think I want this to be a bit more of like like a stacked base thing, because this is kind of annoying. Okay, so what I could probably do, do I need to make, is there a built-in for, I mean, I guess it would be probably a vector is like the closest. Okay, using Rust vector as a stack. You're low-key entertaining while I'm coding in the background. Let's go. Python and then English would have been the best quote. So close. Why a stack last in first out? Yes. Yeah, because basically it's like sometimes you'll have something that's escaped within, it can be, you can have quotes within quotes, and you can have, but then is it always, it applies differently. Maybe not. How do double quotes? Yeah, so double quotes get handled literally in a single quote. Double quoted text will sometimes, I think it's handled literally, but will also do some escaping, which is kind of the problem that I'm experiencing. And I'm trying to figure out for the escaped stuff. I mean, you know what? Let's just, okay, one step at a time. Girl, let's chill, get it working. Just go. You can reverse it and you have a stack. Ooh, okay. You're right. You're right. Oh my god, you're so smart. Okay, wait. Iterable reverse is stack. This is rough. We won't cover the following stages. Okay. I think I need to look at these examples again. So that just shows one. Inside. Wait. Inside. Oh. Okay. So if it's escaped, it's not being handled. Okay. So if we get a double quote in any of these, hold on. Okay, if we get a double quote when the mode is escaped, don't print the slash, the backslash, only the single quote, right? Okay, so if we're in double quote, we've gotten this. That is the current one. If it's escape, we're gonna push it. If not, we're just gonna toggle that there's an escape character there. If it's escaped, we're gonna just push. We're just gonna push the, if it's escaped and it's not a slash, we're gonna push the next thing. So in theory, I don't know why this isn't working. And I don't know if it's my test, TBH. You know what? Let's do a little, we'll try something. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do a whip commit. We're gonna do a whip commit. Okay, you know what? I should actually review what changed a little bit. At least a little bit. Okay, whip escaped. We're gonna be whip. I guess I could do a, yeah, whatever. We'll keep it a little janky, it's fine. Do whip, handle escaping in double quotes. Okay. Okay, let's just try Codecrafter submit and see what happens. See what tests fail on their end, because I think it could also be that I'm the problem. Okay. Inside quotes shell. Okay, so it still isn't registering that properly. Oh, interesting. Okay, there's a chance that is my indexing a little bit off? So I'm within double quotes. I've received, oh shit. That's why. Okay. It's in here that I am messing it up. That's why. We got this. We're so good. We're so good at this game. Okay, so we're gonna do, we'll do a little conditional, which is honestly basically just this. Which is so much repeated code that we're gonna clean up, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. Pretend it don't exist, okay? If escape that, and I'll just add an else thing here. Yeah. Okay, now I'll see if my tests pass, and we can try running the Codecrafters one again. Because again, I don't know if my tests are failing because they're bad. Oh, what is? Oh, I didn't change it back. I basically, once I use it up, basically escaped car has been used up. Why do I have this cable here? You guys, I've got a web of cables on my desk that are not plugged into anything. Why do I like this? Do you still have a discount code for BioSteel? I actually do. I actually do. It's BioSteel Bunny. I think it gets you, I want to say it gets you 20% off, maybe 30. Yeah, no worries. What flavors are you getting? I tried Element. I got it from Costco. I tried Element and I think it's too salty. Like to have every day. I like BioSteel. I think I also like that they add like B vitamins. They add like it's like natural energy stuff, no caffeine, which is nice. I'm so sensitive to caffeine. I gotta like, I get my little tea and that's all. Is this a beverage? Yeah, BioSteel is like, it's a Canadian company. Canadian, yuck. No, I'm just kidding. It's a Canadian company that they do like electrolytes. They do supplements. I guess they have protein powders as well, but their main thing has been like electrolytes. They're basically like a Gatorade alternative, but they have like the powders. They used to be the official drink of the NFL or NHL. Sorry, I don't know why I said NFL. I love sports. I love sports. The NFL in Canada is so good. Yeah, you're welcome for that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Get her out of here. We're done with her. Okay. Okay. Wait, so this one almost works. Okay, this one is still scuffed AF. So is this one just, what is happening with this logic? So I have a quote. If it's escaped, we're just pushing it. If it's a back thing, if it's already oh, wait. What is happening here? Line 135. Yeah. So I think I'm running this, but does this make sense? I don't think every time that I get a backslash. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna, because I think once this gets used. Okay, hear me out. Let's explain this for a sec. Let's break this down. Me with my million comments in the code. Okay, listen. It's a little chaotic. Okay, so what's happening here is, so when we encounter a backslash, it's either it's A, starting an escape sequence, or B, is an escaped character, or is the escaped character. Where else? Okay, so if they hit that and it's escaped, they have to talk. Okay, you know what? This is where we do the handle escape. And this is where we're gonna do, this is gonna be that. I think we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna make it return a character, and we're gonna make it toggle the escape is equal to, you know, well, we're gonna make it toggle, because this is goofy. And this we're gonna make character escape, which is gonna be why are you mad? Oh, does it think I'm returning this? Is that what's going on? I guess I can, here, let me add it before this. Oh, that's why. It's mute, and then that's why. It's because I didn't have a semicolon, so it thought I was trying to return it. Value assigned to escape is never read. It will be after this, I think. Okay. And then escape. Okay, so this is, I think, what I need to do is have that everywhere that I'm escaping. But basically, if it's already escaped, we're going to push it. If it's not already escaped, we're going to... oh, but then this is going to set it back. Okay, so we're going to have to do... We'll add a little else here. I think that actually would make sense. In hindsight... 20% off? Awesome. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. I like the mixed berry flavor. I really like... hold on. I'll find it. It's... I want to say it's like the tropical twist or something like that. The blue raspberry flavor is also really good. Hold on. I just restocked recently. One sec. This is the one I like. Wait, I don't even know what I look like on stream right now. TBH. The rainbow twist, because it's like tangy. Yeah. I like this one because it has like, so even for coloring, it's like an all natural product. So even like the coloring for it is just like beetroot powder. Like, let's see the... And it has a bunch of like vitamins. It's like vitamin enriched. So it has biotin, choline, B12, folate, inositol, niacin, panthenoic acid, vitamin B6, riboflavin, thiamine, L-leucine, L-valine. It's got amino acids as well. Taurine, L-glutamine, good for muscle recovery. And then it has calcium, magnesium, potassium, zinc. And then the non-medical is citric acid, natural flavors, sodium chloride, which is just salt, sodium citrate dihydrate, fruit and vegetable blend, purified stevia, leaf extract, lecithin, which is like, I think, I want to say lecithin is a binding agent. And then it goes in French. Yeah, I like this one. This one's my fave. I think this one, and then I'm trying out the popsicle flavor. They have like the other ones. It's pretty good, honestly. I really like it, especially when I go for a run. Yeah, I agree. They almost went bankrupt like in 2024. It got bought out. That's like part of why I think it's not like the flavor of the NHL anymore, or the drink for the NHL, is they like basically went bankrupt, and then someone bought the company. And yeah, which is crazy because they have such a good product, and to be like the face of to be like the drink of the NHL and somehow still have that happen is insane. But I like genuinely really like the product because I'm picky with like supplement stuff, you know. What is a binding agent? Lecithin. Yeah. That makes your poop come out rainbow colored? How did you know? You're so right. Okay, let me quickly change this thing. And then I might have to take a little mini break. Okay, there we go. Okay. That, and then we handle escape, and then I think, hopefully, let's try running it one more time. Oh, that. Okay, it still failed. Just one backslash. Okay. So now it's adding all of the backslashes, which is not what we want, but we will figure it out. Because the next time... Okay, we'll work on it. Oh, W2F, I know. Someone in YouTube chat said that. All right, give me 1 sec. I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll be back. Give me like 5 minutes. We can, here, you know what? Do I have a timer on this? Okay, wait, built in. Oh wait, you know what? I can probably do, actually, you know what? It's fine. Y'all are getting, you get 5 minutes. Okay, we'll be right back. Hey guys, sorry I forgot about you. No, I'm just kidding. Alrighty. Okay, we're back. We're so freaking back. I like that you guys were probably staring in at my chair and the void. Alright. No signal? That's sick. You're so welcome. I'm a professional streamer. Okay. Let's do... Okay, we're trying to figure out the little bugarooski here. So this, for whatever reason, this is still annoying. Because this, in theory... If it's escaped... We're gonna push it and make it not escaped. Same with this. What are we matching on again? One character at a time? Yeah, one character at a time. So like this is now preserving both. And it's preserving... Oh wait, am I being goofy? What did I do? If it's escaped... Oh, wait, Can I do that? Is it pissed? Why are you mad? Oh wait, does it... Oh, I do have to actually add this on top. Oh, there's a chance that I'm not... Oh my god, fuck. You guys. Ah, it's not immutable. I didn't make it a reference. Remove... What? Use mutt escape? What is it saying? Move mutt to the type and mutt space to declare a mutable reference. Oh, is it mutt and escape? Hold on. No. It's okay. Clippy can fix this. Clippy can make up for my problems here. Okay, we're so good. We're so back. Clippy got us. Clippy freaking has us in its grasp. Yeah. Like that? What do you freaking mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What does this want from me? I just did what you want. Oh, is it mad because when I'm calling it, it's not... Okay, it could be mad from the callers, TBH. Okay, expected bool found... Oh, it's because I have the type declaration. Is it that? Wow. Can I change that now? No. Just checking. Just checking. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it should work. That was my bad. I didn't... Me modifying it, doing absolutely nothing with it. I think this should work now. Okay, we see. Okay, it didn't. I think it's still... Oh, you're right. I have to do it here at the... Okay. I do have to make it mutable when I pass it as well. I also didn't update... Did I update this? Mode none, escape, yeah. Not what I meant to do. That, and then... Okay. Ooh. Escape. Okay, cool. Okay, it's still not working. Is it? Why is it so mad? Escape was equal to not escape, but I'm mutating it. Why isn't it updating when I mutate the reference? I'm asking, yeah, because my brain don't want to work on stream right now. Isn't, that was my bad. Copies from an immutable reference. Oh my god, are you for real? Wait, what? Am I supposed to put it, am I just supposed to name it escape and make it and mut bool? Is that the freaking problem? Cannot. Wait, what? Wait. Am I goofy? What am I doing? Oh, and then I have to dereference it. Oh. Then in my existing calls, do and mut escape. Okay, this might work. What a mess. No, still not. And arg push. Where am I calling you? Escape. I am already doing that. Mutable reference. Only flips the local copied. It does not affect. Then bind the copied as a local mutable variable. Wait, oh, that's what it's doing? How is this? Honestly, let's get freaking Clippy involved. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, it's mad about other stuff. This we've ignored for now because there's gonna be some special handling here. Why? You know what? I'm gonna be lazy here. Okay, so why? Hi, Macon. Hello, hello. Oh my god. I'm glad. Okay, so I asked AI why it was failing, and I'm glad I did because it was my freaking test once again is the problem because I don't know how string literals work apparently. Wait, really? Left is inside. Wait, I don't know. Inside literal quote outside. I don't think. Outside. Okay, so it should be literal. This is also not right. Wait. Where? What? Huh? 265? Okay. Is it just how it's printing? Oh. Oh my god. It's the same thing. Is it the same? Wait, is it the same thing that I... No. The result doesn't have this outer one. Inside the little quote. I hate this. Inside the little quote. Okay. And then this has... Wait, that has a quote, and then this one is escaped. Whoa. This is escaping my brain. Would character on line 117 ever be 2 characters? I don't think so. Hold on. That means because your output has an escaped final double quote, does not include the final quote. Why is that? Your expected output doesn't include a final quote. You're right. So do I need this? Oh my god. I think I need that. Jesus. Wait, I'm so confused. Why is that? The right side is giving me the craziest result. But this one's mine, I think. Left is, yeah, left is right. Okay, I think I just don't know how string literals work in this freaking language. Oh, I think I can just do this. Hold on. Okay, now it's only one of the tasks failing? Frick, yes. Okay, okay. Guys, don't worry. Let's do a little git commit amend maybe, because we were doing whip stuff. Or should I just keep my whip commits? What do you guys do with your whip commits? I feel like I usually do them in a separate branch and then just merge that branch. But in this case, we might just have to like turn it into a bit of a chonker of a thing because, or I just keep the whips in there. Interactive, you do an interactive rebase? Why not just use AI at this point? Why? I'm learning. And I'm getting it to tell me why my tests are failing. I am using it, kind of. You squash and reorder it. Ooh, interactive rebase. Okay, okay. Yeah, no. You're right. Guy, the match that we have is something I added in there because there are some escape conditions that I just haven't gotten to yet. So I just added the match as like the skeleton for that. Use fix up instead of whip. Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. I should be using fix up. I remember that feature in Git. I think I remember I've used it before. Yeah. I think it's easy enough. Wait, git rebase. Is create a fix up commit? No. Yeah. Okay, we'll just do another little whipperooski. And then we'll do an interactive rebase at the end. Okay, we'll just do a little git commit. We'll do fix test output for literal quote outside. Can we jump into generics and higher order trait bounds? I want to feel something. Dude, feel something on your own. God damn. God damn, why you want to put me through that, huh? What's your freaking problem? I thought there was another match on like 119. Yeah, there was. I think I think I have a commented out maybe, but there's also a chance that I am wrong. Oh, wait, never mind. This is a completely different, sorry, that's a completely different thing. A different match than I thought. Wait, so what were you asking about it? The match condition would never run where comparing the value of a character to a two variable character string. No. So this one is, this is considered a single character. You have to escape it, I think, in Rust for the character matching. So this is for like a single quote. Hi, I'm new to the channel. I got recommended from John Practices. I was looking for a good code community since I'm new to coding. That's so nice that they sent you here. Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, it's a good little community. We do have a Discord as well if you want like a more like for offline when I'm not live. A really awesome Discord community where y'all can hang out. What's the font you're using? I love Terminus Nerd font. That's the font that I'm using right now. I've been using it for a while too. I have not gotten sick of it. It reminds me so much of the font that they use in like the old Pokemon games. And it makes me feel comfy cozy. Okay, so now it's the spaces. I am in fact gonna ask AI because there's a chance that I actually just fucked up the something. Okay. We are gonna ask AI why the test is failing to save a little bit of time here. Why is the test? Oh, it's panic. Oh no, it's the okay, test backslash for offline when I'm a really nice one. Can you repeat the name? Oh yeah, here. Here it is. Terminus Nerd font. Ooh, now that you've used it for a while, which one do you prefer between Go and Rust? Man, I don't know. I don't know if I have a preference. It's hard to say too, because I got a little bit sick of Go, but that said, maybe I might do a little bit of like maintenance work on some Go open source projects for funsies. So that might be a fun way to kind of get a bit more of like what it's like in Go again after having a bit more experience in Rust. I mean, Rust definitely has a lot more ceremony for sure. Let's see. More ceremony. Go. It's kind. I feel like it would kind of depend on my mood, TBH. Bye, H-Mill. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, wait, what? My skip character is the problem? I actually did not anticipate that. If oh, wait. But it was escaped, no? After handling an escaped character. Oh my God. Wait. Stop. I had conflicting conditions there. No. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna. Character. Test backslash. Wait, what? If none, what is happening here? So okay, hold up. Let's walk through the logic here for a sec. Skip character does a lot. It does more than it should, TBH. With the name skip character, it sounds so innocent. Basically checks if it's a kind of ignored white space, which is like a tab or a carriage return, because we are handling user input. Are we? Yeah. Hello, we're writing a shell. It's all, it's the interactive mode. Hello, it's everything is user input. Okay. We're checking if it's ignored white space. If it's a space, we're gonna add it. Okay, so I think it's just double adding spaces. So I did this, yeah. So basically it handles like white space kind of vibes. And then also if there's a character that needs to be expanded, for example, this gets expanded to your home directory, it'll do that as well. And the whole point is that basically if it's if it's something that we're ignoring, then we return true, meaning that you should skip it. And otherwise we're gonna say, no, we didn't skip it, we handled it. You know what I should make it? It should be named, okay, to do, name this skip or handle. Maybe. Something like that, you know? Isn't there cases where white space is trimmed when not in quotes? White space is trimmed when not in quotes. Yeah, so this is what this does. So this basically checks, this is basically doing a check for if the character, what was my logic for this? This one is checking if it's ignored white space, if the character is a space. Oh, yeah. So I think it's in this is ignored white space. Yeah, the is ignored white space ignores repeated spaces. So it only ever gets called in this. I only created that function for like readability instead of having this like chonky conditional in there. So it's a little bit more readable of like what does that condition mean? Oh, it's some form of ignored white space. And then this is basically a delimiter. The space is acting as a delimiter for the argument has ended. So we're going to append that argument to our list of args and clear it. Oh, does this project have a GitHub link? Yeah, I'm posting it on my GitHub. Hold on. I have it. This. So that is the link for this shell. Have you passed the parsing dilemma? No. No, hero. Well, for what it's worth, I decided to go be social instead of finishing this yesterday. So I kind of just did the work on stream, which is honestly the worst thing I could have done. Like name a worse decision that I could have made. Okay. Okay, this one I need to look at my test again. Hold on. I'm gonna add a little marker here. Oh, it's space PM. The parsing. And then let's go to line, what was it? 274. Okay, this is probably me. I'm probably I think I'm the problem here. Wait, am I? The fuck is this? Why does this have 2 backslashes here? The single quotes. It's escaped. And then it's not. And you've added a backslash. Who hurt you? I didn't learn shit, but it was super interesting. I watched a 55-minute from 2012 about, that wasn't words. I watched a 55-minute video from 2012 about lexers and parsers in Go. Didn't learn shit, but it was super interesting. Yeah, I want to do more projects. Play the stream for my infant baby. What? I didn't know that I was a family-friendly stream. You're really trying to get them, but by the time that they're 20, they're gonna have 20 years of experience, huh? You know what? I get it. Okay, so this is doing some crazy stuff. So this one we're getting a single quote. We are doing absolutely okay, but okay. This whole thing. I think there's a chance that hold on. I think I actually know what the problem was there. This whole thing is not a raw string. So I think this is actually supposed to be within double quotes and then it gets escaped, is my guess. Is that right? Hold on. Let me try this. Because I think there's a chance that I did it that way. Hello. Okay, that's... Why is this still wrong? I thought I fixed that. Multiple spaces. What did I change? I thought I fixed it. Nothing. I changed nothing. You don't need a backslash in raw strings. Yeah, see, you know what? You know what would have saved me a lot of time? Just reading the docs, okay? Honestly. So we'll see if that one works. This multiple spaces is still not working. Oh, I think I know what I changed. Yeah, we fixed it for a second and then I put it back. Okay, the left is not... Oh. Interesting. It doesn't rest on function. I see a lot of let results. Yeah, I gotta clean up my tests for sure. I don't know the best practices for tests. Yeah, the tests are evil. I'm gonna be honest. My tests are a little bit evil. I think I am gonna just run codecrafter submit. Let me do an actual commit that like has any form of meaningful commit message. Okay, fix. Did I stage anything? I don't think I did. I don't think I even staged anything. All right, we'll do, we'll fix our test, or we'll do fix, repeated spaces. Was this repeated spaces in quotes? Whatever. Okay, we'll try the codecrafter submit and see what happened. Keep at it, you'll figure things out. I'm gonna go play Star Citizen for a bit. Yo, enjoy, have fun. Okay, this is wrong. Couldn't say it. Wait, what? Echo, hello, inside quotes. I'm so confused. I thought I literally have a test that looked like that. Wait, expected, and I received, whoa. Okay. Inside quotes, shell. Okay. So we're somehow skipping the last thing. Okay. You know what? Just to get this done, TBH. Your code might see a quote and then consider it as an argument. I think you're right. I think it's confused. Yeah, I think I'm maybe not. Oh. So it opens. Okay, this gets it. It's within quotes. It's already within quotes. We get an escape. We get an escape. Wait, it's in quotes. I mean, I have this. I feel like this would catch it. So maybe it's because echo. It's so I'm confused because it's inside quotes, but maybe it's like I thought it would be in quote mode. Oh wait. So this is always happening, but I'm not. Okay, so I'm not doing any checks for the escaping for this. I do feel like there is a better way for me to make this so that I'm not doing this escape check in every single block is kind of kooky. Okay, so we're gonna do if escape, then we're just gonna add it as a literal. We're gonna do our little repeated code that we're doing. And then we'll clean it up after. Except this is gonna be mode. Oops, mode is equal to mode double quote. This is gonna be that. That's gonna be a comma. This is gonna be deleted. Oh, do I have too many? No. Is that right? No, we don't need that? Okay. So I basically need the same thing here, but we're gonna change it to that. Yeah, she messy, but that's okay. We're gonna make this single quote. And see if that works. Okay, it's, oh shit. It's, okay. Echo shell, a new line. Okay, that's expected. Just one. Oh, it's, oh, fudge. Okay. We got none, we got a single quote. Okay, I need to add this block as well. Something else. So, what I can probably, we'll see. We get it working first. I'm not going to try and problem solve this while I'm writing out a solution. I'm going to fix it first and then make it less uggo. optimize performance. Mode is going to be, this is actually just going to hit, it's going to turn escape. Right? Is that what I had here before? So it's either, if it's escaped, it's adding it. If not, it's just toggling the escape sequence. This also I think is fine. Okay. That might work now. You can use guards and pattern matching if escape expression, wait. Okay, I'll look that up. For guards, for pattern matching. Ooh, escape box mode for your mode enum. You can use guards, so mode none. If escape expression, mode none, other expression. Oh, I see. And just add it to tuple. What does this code do or is meant to do? We are building a shell right now. Okay, so it works. Now we got to clean it up. Okay. So. Okay, I'm straight up. My brain, me trying to do this on stream, multi-threading, not happening today. So I think I am gonna, in fact, yap with the AI to see what patterns there are in Rust for these like repeated conditionals within a pattern match. So I'm gonna just say you know what? I'll show it on screen. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of checks for the escape for if the character is escaped in my pattern matching. What are some common conventions to in Rust to simplify this? We try. Okay, so let's see what it says. So we did, okay, so this is what one of the chatters said to have the box mode. It's probably overkill here for your shell parser peekable mode specific escape handling. Keeps the quote rules local and avoids repeated if escape checks across many branches. Okay, wait, tell me more about the enumeration with escaped box model. How does this work? Give me info, or honestly give me a information directly from the Rust docs. Okay. So it's early escape handling. So if I have a consistent way that so basically if it's escaped, that's true actually. Every time that it's escaped, it's handling something, it's handling it a consistent way. So I could just add the conditional outside of this match and skip the match. I mean, that's an easy option. For shell parsing, escape rules often depend on mode. A cleaner convention is to avoid escape entirely, use the peekable iterator. This was the other thing that we were thinking about last time. So if that push.next, okay, so interesting. So chars.next, while some character in chars.next, we're going to do a match on the character. So this is us iterating over all of the characters. Doesn't characters.next, doesn't that consume? Oh, it does. It consumes, so when you do chars.next, I believe it consumes that value, which means you have to use the next within this scope because you're not gonna be able to access it again. And then the next time that it, like when it continues the iteration, it's going to the one past that. Interesting. The box mode looks like AI slop. It's nonsense. I agree. Wait, Adek says, I can't see your name very well. The main advantage of pattern matching is the ability to transform complex conditions into a flat structure, reducing the cyclomatic complexity and nested if blocks. That's why we ended up doing a switch in this case as well, because before it was just going to be the if statements, and then we change it. Ooh, hold my beer. Bash Bunny just inspired me. I just ran this cargo new bin shell, and it'll have all the shortcuts that I want and good auto completion. Heck yeah, I love that. What is a shell? Like Bash, the Born Again shell, PowerShell, Z shell, Fish. It's basically like it's a program that runs in your terminal emulator. That allows you to like basically run commands. There's usually shells will have an interactive mode and a non-interactive mode, and the non-interactive mode is like when you write scripts and stuff. Like, so you being able to write like a Bash script and run that, you run it with Bash, but that's considered like non-interactive mode for that shell. Just try match mode character escape. Yo, hey S-Van. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, look at this. It's looking up docs for me. That's right. That's right, you clanker. Read a book or something. Read a freaking book or something. Oh, the box is, okay, so box mode is moving mode into the heap memory. Interesting. Just going like I do. Let's go. That's awesome. Have you been doing some IRL streams and stuff? I know you were locking in on the IRLs. Last we spoke. Have you done any barbecues? It's barbecue season. I don't know if you knew that, but it's freaking barbecue season. You got a new car? Yo, let's go. That's awesome. A lot of IRL lately. Nice. Yeah, my friend G, study time, she been doing some crazy IRL stuff too. She went paragliding the other day. Lives, and like she was like commentating for like a paragliding competition. I'm like, girl, I could never. I would be such a little scaredy cat. I would be so scared. Would you ever jump out of a plane, S-Fan? Would you jump out of a plane if Twitch chat told you it would be cool? Would you go paragliding? I'd be so scared. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're thinking either we do mode, or either we do a match that includes escapes, Or we do a peekable iterator, which is what we were thinking before. I'm a wuss. No, I'm the same. I'm like, you know what? I'm not brave like that. I'm not brave in that way. If there's a chance of physical harm, I'm so good. But I'll live vicariously through study time. It's so good. What do you do for IRL streams? Like, do you have like events or like things that you plan in advance, or do you just kind of wing it? Do you just kind of go, just send it? It's called intelligence. Yeah, nah, you gotta live a little. I guess I say that. I'm like, oh no, I would be so scared if there's any chance of physical harm. Then I'm like, actually, I ski. I'll ski. I'll mountain bike. I'll do things like that, but I don't find those as risky. Oh no, you lost your passport? Holy shit. That would suck. That'd be so lame. I was supposed to go to TwitchCon EU, but my passport disappeared. Oh my God. Oh no. Maybe that's just like, oh no, I got a new car. Oh no, my passport, I can't travel. I gotta drive my car around instead. Oh no. No, it's okay. Wait, I'm trying to read your name. Hold on. The blue against black is rough. Attic? I appreciate it. Your guys are totally allowed a backseat. I do not care. You just can't get actually genuinely mad if you say good advice and then I go la-di-da and I like wander myself off. I yeet myself off the logical cliffs, okay? You just can't get mad. It's just, this is a byproduct. This is the risk that you take when giving me advice is like, what if I don't take it and then you see me just doing things in the worst ways? I mean, yeah, I could just have a condition here for escape. The peekable wasn't bad either. So what's going to be the difference if I'm doing peekable? Okay. If I'm adding it as a match condition, what would that look like in terms of complexity? I don't think it would look that crazy. It'll basically just be the few cases where I do need to check for escape, which is like, if escape, it's going to be a lot of branches. I do think like it's gonna create a lot of branches in the match, which is like not necessarily a bad thing. Let me see what the proposed solution was with the peekable. Okay, so with the peekable one, I would have, okay, this would basically do, okay, if I've got a double quote, I'm escaping it. This pretty much handles all of my escaped sequences within double quotes in one place. The rest of them, and then I could also check if there's a specific way that we need to, do the double quotes before. Okay, wait. Espen says, I don't know how I lost it, but it's the events and conventions sometimes. Sometimes it's just going to hang out and do other stuff in town. Oh, that's so fun. How social. Going and touching grass, going to events and conventions and stuff. Am I real or AI? Honestly, AI be getting crazy. It makes me sad. One day you're going to see me online and it's not going to be me. Did you see it? Actually, there was a crazy post. Do you guys know Sarah Dietschy? Do you know Sarah Dietschy? She's like a tech YouTuber. She does like tech reviews, like more hardware related stuff. It was insane. There was the AI you know how like the AI iPhone unboxing videos. They did an AI unboxing video that was like her. And then she commented on it or like quote tweeted it and was like, is this me? Is this supposed to be me? And it was like, hold on, I gotta find it. We're getting derailed. It was insane. Oh my God. Can I have smaller text on my freaking search bar? This is insane. I can't see nothing. Is this it? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I smacked my mic. No, literally, it's insane. They like 100% based it off of her. And she was also saying she used to wear a jean jacket all the time. It is very uncanny. Yeah, she said she used to wear a jean jacket from like 2016 to 2020. And she'll review like, you know, Apple hardware and stuff too. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, if you do a match on Peaks to get the character you do for cares.next. You do a match on Peak. You do a match on Peak to get the character you do for cares.next. Match on Peak. Peak. You do a match on the next character. Am I right in assuming the whole difficulty is that you want to read the escape characters as one? I mean, I guess that is right now what's causing the most kind of like disjointed look in my code is that I'm having to consider whether the hello? Oh, I'm resizing? Okay, that was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, the most disjointed part of my code right now is that like I'm having to basically I'm tracking like the state of whether or not it's in quotes and what kind of quotes, which is going to affect how we handle the arguments and whatnot. And then also if it's escaped within quotes, there's certain behavior that it's going to have. So I think there's layers to it. It's like an onion. Okay? It's like a freaking onion. Oh, what would be a good portfolio project in the current job environment? I'm a Java developer and trying to broaden my coding skills. Honestly, you should look at Amber Sun on Twitter. Look at her on Twitter, honestly, because she is a Java lover. She's a big Java girly, and she gives some pretty good like advice on finding jobs in the current market. So you can probably ask her. Actually, and she does stream. I don't know her schedule, but she does stream on Twitch, but she does gaming streams. She does gaming streams, but she'll talk dev stuff like during the stream, I think. Shouldn't use single quotes unless there are quotes inside the quotes. Where would you then use double quotes? No, so it's like not up to me. This is like it's user input. It's user input. Okay, let's first clean this up. We'll get rid of some of this. We're gonna switch this into something a little bit more nice. So we're gonna do a match. We're gonna actually make this peekable. And we're gonna take a look at what the clinker suggested for the syntax for the peekable thing. Okay, so basically you have to do a while let some is character next, and that's how, okay. So basically you do a character, I have to create a new thing that is input char is peekable. Because I think I do have to do chars. I have to be able to call chars.next further down. So we can do let some of, we'll have to do, I guess ch is going to be, wait, in chars.next. it's going to be, sorry, while equals that. Okay, so we're assigning that. We can't borrow it as mutable. We need it to be mutable. So this is a consuming operation, this characters.next. So we're only going to get to use the character once. And then let's see when we're having to handle escapes. So in this case, we have an escape within double quotes. If it is escaped, I don't think we really need to handle it anywhere else if we're doing this. The whole point was that we start escaping here and we handle the escaped char in this block. That's kind of the goal with the peekable thing. So we have, okay, so we have our current character, which is, and we don't need a state for escape anymore. So we can get the next character, have them both in the scope. Okay. So if there's a sum from characters, if it has an X value. Okay, my editor jumping around is not helping me. Oh, it's characters.next. So we have the next value and the escape char. What we're gonna do is do we need to handle escape? We don't need anything special anymore, I don't think. I think we just have to do arg.push the literal of the next, which is do nothing for most of them. Right? Wait, within double quotes, shit, wait, within double quotes, what am I doing? Within double quotes, escape, not escape. I don't think I add the slash. Okay, wait, we're refactoring, which means I need to look at the, okay, can you just let me see the problem again? Yeah. Results in a literal, okay, so it's only keeping the next one for most of them, and then I will have some special cases where, okay, what are the, okay, special cases? We have double quote, backslash, only escape certain characters. Hold on, let me see what this does. Okay. So it just prints it the literal. So how is that any different from anything else? I don't think I need to push a slash for anything if it's in double quotes. Or is it, yeah. Echo A, it's just that. I think it's just that, no? And then I don't need to have any of this. Wait, what is this? If let sum next. I'm not using the character. I'm ignoring the slash. I'm just gonna write out, I like writing out the logic in comments so that if I'm debugging it, my logic, I can slash then focus next, then add next character. There's, is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else that I do here. I could, I don't think do I need to continue? I don't think I do. And this no longer needs to be used. Wait, what? Oh, I went to the definition for the wrong thing. Yeah, so I think I can just delete all of that and just do this. And then that consumes it. So then the next character iteration, it's CH, I think is gonna be the one after the next. Mode is needed to remember how the argument was specified. Yeah. Any mode with a pickable iter. Peekable only makes sense if we want to do chars.peek. Oh, wait, am I goofy? No, peekable is you can see the next element or access the next element with the iterator, no? Like, isn't there? Okay, we'll look into this to do. To do, does this need, I think you do need it to be peekable to get, peekable to get next element in place. Okay, and then I'll delete the escape. We don't need that state management thing anymore. We don't need this anymore. I think we only need to toggle modes now, because we're already handling the escaped character when we escape it. So I think that's fine. Oh wait, shit. Handle escape. If it's escaped, otherwise we push it. No, I think this is fine. Same with these. Can you format? Thank you. Do you guys like watching scary movies? Oh, next will work with any iterator. It'll work with input.chars. Oh. Oh, wait, actually. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we'll see. I'll finish refactoring this first. See if my tests still pass. And then we can we'll keep tidying it. Don't you worry. Oh wait, actually, ooh, wait, now if its mode is none, what am I doing with this? I don't remember the logic. If it's escaped, it's just a literal. Oh, Aurelio, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. I don't watch movies in general. I will as like a social thing. It's fun going out to see a movie. No, I haven't seen that one, Kilos. Is it good? Are there any game development streamers that you recommend? I would check out, I'm trying to think of, so there's Lana Lux on Twitch, who is awesome. Hold on, let me try to find her page. She streams every day as well, and she is like very kind, very good vibes. Yeah, she streams every day. She's building a game. She's awesome. I don't think she streams on YouTube as well. You could probably ask her. Wait. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think she streams on YouTube. You could probably ask her on Twitch if you want, but she's great. There's also like the software and game development category on Twitch is like makes it pretty easy to find other coding streamers, and you could see if they also stream on YouTube. Oh, hi Maya, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in, raiders. We are currently refactoring my insane. It took me so long to get this working, and then I'm like, this don't need to be so complicated. And we are learning lots along the way, which is the whole point. So it's great. It's great. Okay, so if we're gonna get the next value, and we're gonna do, but yeah, we are currently, for anyone who is new here, we are currently building a shell from scratch. It's my first time doing this, and we are learning lots. And we're using code crafters as like to give us kind of like the scope for problems. So I can show you kind of, hold on, I'll show you what that looked like. Let's see. Yeah. So we can do this. I'll resize this so you can see it a little bit better. But this is basically like the challenge. So we're building our own shell. They have it for free for the next few months, they said. But yeah, they give you like very small scoped problems that you can try to solve. They have a test suite that it has to pass. And then what I think is like one of the best features is that you can look at other people's solutions, so you can kind of see what you want, what could be improved potentially. So yeah, it's been very fun. We have quite a few people in the community that are joining along for it. So you are welcome to, or you're welcome to just hang out for the vibes. There's no rules here. Okay, we're gonna push the next argument because we're gonna basically ignore the backslash. How was your stream? You were working on. What were you working on yesterday? I think yesterday I raided you and I didn't even get to like see your stream or the raid. So I hope you had a good stream yesterday. I think I've seen your clips somewhere. I've been posting them as shorts more frequently on different platforms. I have it like automated so that I don't have to interact with TikTok. If it's escaped, I don't need any of that anymore. And honestly, I could also probably do, I mean, I'm fine to have that skip caret function. Are we good? Are we good here? There's one warning. What does Clippy think? Clippy, my bestie SD. Handle escape is no longer used. You're so right. I love Clippy. I do wish Go had something like Clippy. I want to compile. This compiler is insane. I want Clippy always. Clippy is like, actually, it is crazy how helpful Clippy is. I'll be like, oh, I don't know what this error means, especially as a beginner. You know, beginning the Rust journey, and you're like, I don't know what this error mean, and then it's like Clippy is like, hey, you can just add a little. You just gotta borrow. You just gotta borrow right now, and it's like, wait, what? So easy. The easiest it's ever been. Continue looks unnecessary. So it's actually, wait, let me check. Because based on the order now, I don't know if it is unnecessary. You might be right, because now it's kind of the last check. If is ignored white space. You're right. I think it is, because we can just do nothing. Why did I have to skip it before? Oh, I think it's because I had a bunch of nested conditionals before. Is that right? Okay, you know what? I'll add it. We'll add it as a to-do. To-do. This might not be needed. And then we can simplify that more. Let's see if my tests pass. Okay, it's pissed. Left. Okay, for what it's worth, I think this test is broken. For what it's worth, I don't think that's me. I think that test is broken and I gotta get rid of it. Right, and we were saying that peekable, you know, it's fine. We have a bunch of work in progress commits. Okay, we are gonna do git commit. We'll do a little refactor, simplify logic for escaped carers. We'll just say that. Yeah, I think the test is wrong. I gotta, honestly, working with raw strings in Rust, I'm like, what is this? How many quotes are needed for you to know that I want quotes at the end? Catastrophic says, even as a seasoned programmer, Clippy with pedantic warnings on is still the best thing ever. It wrote me a 4-paragraph error the other day. That's awesome. Yeah, nice. Classic TDD. I have been finding it a little bit more helpful than just relying on their tests, because when you run their test suite, it automatically creates a commit for you, which I don't always want. And also part of why I've been committing it before submitting it for them. We'll see if it passes their tests. Okay, so it does pass their tests, which is great. That means we can just clean it up. This actually, I think you might be right. I don't think this actually needs to do anything. Oh, you know why? It's because I was trying to say if it's ignored white space, we don't add it. But we don't even need that because this conditional is not, it's not like it's going to satisfy some other condition and try to push the character. I think I might actually just get rid of that function. We're adding that chonker back in there. Listen, don't worry. I committed, you guys, the other day I did the worst thing. So on the previous my last stream last week, we did a bunch of work like during the stream, and I was like, surely I committed at the end of the stream. So I'm like working on it after stream. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try this. Let me like explore a little bit. Let me try something like kind of experimental. And then I did, and I was like, okay, that didn't work. Let me undo it. So I ran like git restore. And it turns out I didn't commit the changes. And so I lost all of everything that we did on that stream. Could you undo an Emacs? I think I'd already closed it. Yeah, so rough. Kind of crazy. As someone who studies language, do I study language? Oh, I guess technically, maybe in today's day and age, it's like not normal to learn a new language and know the syntax. Why did I pick Rust? I think it's just a very kind of pragmatic choice in the current, like in the tech space. More and more companies and projects are adopting Rust as their language of choice. I heard that there was a pretty decent learning curve to it. And I'm currently in my little era of just learning things and fully focused on skill development. So to me, I just chose Rust as like, it's going to be probably helpful for my future. When I want to return to like doing software development, being able to like comfortably write Rust code is going to be beneficial to me. There's a lot of really cool projects that are written in Rust. I have friends that write code in Rust that like have open source projects that would be fun to work on. It's also one of the languages that has one of the highest satisfaction rates. I think the other language that is very loved is Lisp. One of the derivatives of Lisp. Or derivations. I don't remember the word. Okay, listen. But I think it was like Rust and Lisp were like the most loved languages, like years running. And Clojure. I think it was Clojure. Yeah, I think it was Clojure. So Clojure and Rust were like some of the most loved languages year after year. And so I was like, you know what? Rust stations, we all see them online, okay? They treat it like it's a freaking cult. They want everyone writing Rust code. And I'm like, let me see what all the hype is about. So we'll try it out. And I'm very fortunate right now to have the freedom to get to just like learn something because I think it's fun. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. Basically just do nothing. Why am I borrowing here? Push arg. Expected. Oh, it is. Oh, is it because yeah. It's because I had, oh, hello. But yeah, so that's part of why hold on, I gotta look at this signature. Oh, that's why. Did I clean this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my story. It was Clojure for almost a decade. Yeah. Clojure had Clojure devs, I'm gonna be honest, any functional developers are like the nicest people. I have yet to meet someone that is a functional developer that is like miserable. Like that don't happen. I feel like a lot of functional programmers are so nice. But who knows? Maybe I got Maybe I gotta go to like some kind of functional programming conference and I'll see like angry neckbeards or something, you know? We'll see. But I feel like with functional programming, you get so humbled by everything that like you can't, you know, it's too late for you. You've been humbled. You're like, I'm not going to inflict misery on someone else because I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. I'm a closure dev, okay? They've seen the light. That's what I'm saying. Okay, refactor. Oh wait, you know what? I should see first. Is Clippy pissed? Does Clippy accept me for how I am? Oh, what do you... Okay, I think it's only mad at that. Okay, that's good. Nice, nice. Okay, it hates that, but that's fine. We'll fix that. As long as Clippy not mad about me doing nothing with this ignored white space. Remove peekable. We're testing things first. Oh, you know what? You're right. Okay, it is low-hanging fruit. You're so right. Okay, I think if I cargo test, it's still... I have my one test that fails because it's wrong, which is fine. Actually, you know what? I should probably like get rid of that so that I'm not having failing tests in my commits. Oh, why is this read only? What was it? 238? All right, something like that. Let's see. Is that a hyperland? No, I'm using i3. I think you're right. You're right. It does not need to be peekable. That's so funny. Okay, I think this looks a little bit better. This is like a little more digestible. You're reading it. It's a little bit more clear of like what the edge cases are. Ignore current slash. I think I can, you know what? I'll keep that in. Oh no, it's, you know what? Fuck it. We ball. We're gonna do this. To do doesn't need to be peekable. Delete that. I think this comment is kind of funny, so I'm gonna keep it forever. Or at least until I forget that it's funny. Okay, and then I'm gonna just delete some of this stuff. Without context is the funniest thing ever. I think that is the best. I think I need to start adding that comment. Like anything that I work on, it's an Easter egg. Look for this is the end comment, you know? Oh, find every single possible context where I can add that comment and live a happy life. Okay, I am just going to make possibly the worst commit message of all time, which is just going to be refactor tidy. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to do git commit. We're going to refactor. Remove comments and needless fluff. I don't know. That makes sense. Peekable allows you to call a function peek and peeks that value with the advancing iterator. We're not using the peek method. We don't need peekable. Agreed. I did know that. You're right. I could have just used the next thing this whole time on the iterator. And this is what, you know what? We learn. This is what we learn. We love learning. I love learning. It is so cool and so fun to me that like in this day and age, you can just be like, hey, you know, I'm kind of curious how this thing works, and you can just learn it. You can just do it. You can just be like, you know what? Let's find out. Okay, huge. Okay, this looks so much better. So I think we send it. I think we send it, and I think that might be the end of stream because I am starting to get hungry, and that's usually my indicator that it's GG's. Mark as complete. First, actually, I'm going to take a quick look as quoted executable names. The executable, the first word in the command has been a string. Executable names can also be quoted, just like arguments is useful when an executable has spaces. It lets you execute programs that would otherwise be difficult to reference. Oh, interesting. So you have to escape it, most likely. Oh, hold on. You guys can't even see what I'm talking about. Here, we'll do that. We'll resize this so that it's most of what you're seeing. Okay, so this is going to be the next problem. Why don't you commit and push with maggot? Oh, you know what? It's because I was like, that's a good question. It's because most of the time, I don't think I have it actually enforced on. I don't think I have it enforced on this specific machine, but most of the time, my git commit settings use a security key. So my SSH key is usually either on a security key, which is like a YubiKey key. Either I have my SSH key on there or I have it multi-factor. Multi-factor is like with my password, multi-factor SSH, and it requires me to touch my YubiKey key. And usually if I do that through any kind of UI, it like garbles it and gets all weird. Lord of Darkness. So what I actually did, my approach was I just did the JetBrains Academy Learn Rust thing and went through that, and it worked. It was good. I felt like it gave me a really good intro to something, and then I was able to just start working on something super basic as I got close to the end of the course. And yeah, I would highly recommend doing something like that. I know that Rustlings is also really popular, but I think it's kind of one of those things where maybe, I mean, there's probably also things that I like missed or didn't see from the Rust book that like I'll have to dive into later, but it's kind of one of those things where like sometimes you don't really need to know about a feature yet until you're a little bit like more familiar with it or like deeper in it. Actually, yeah. Can you practice how to learn programming with AI? So I personally don't use AI to like learn programming. I would my favorite method is usually like books or some kind of interactive and like books can facilitate this too, because there's a lot of like books that are project based, but ideally you want to like get some fundamentals for the language or like thing like paradigm that you're learning, and then start building stuff is going to be like the easiest way for you to kind of do well with that. I will say I use AI for right now. I'd say like my weaknesses are being able to like, I want to write more readable code, better code, and just like kind of, I feel like cleaning up the logic is something that I can improve on. So I will get AI to kind of do like code review for me, review my code. I will often include as like context for the code review of like, hey, this is the problem that I'm seeing. How can I fix this specific problem or like make this more readable, whatever. So I'll get it to code review for me, and I'll get it to explain other features in other projects to me so that I can like basically get an understanding of it in English and then read through the code and know where to look in the code to understand it better with a little bit more context, so it's a little easier to digest. How else do I use it? I think that's mostly it. Oh, sometimes obviously too, if like my tests aren't passing, I'll be like, why isn't this passing? Because like, especially in this case, like most of the time I try to debug it myself. But especially in this case where I'm like, I'm dealing with raw strings that I'm not super used to yet with Rust. And then it's like, okay, I think my test is the problem. But honestly, so much of coding is like experiencing those problems or those foot guns and basically being like, oh, I've seen this error before. Let me fix it. You know? Read screen. Please tell me that banana is the name of your shell. That would be awesome. That would be actually sick. Invalid banana command. Hi, Judo. It's nice to see you. I hope you've been good. You should make a video on that. I had a colleague mention YubiKey for Git, and I'm curious. I should probably do an updated thing on that. I also usually, so I got to fix this computer because I had to try and figure out how to change my PAM auth on Nix, which I don't know how to do yet. I thought I had it working, but I apparently don't. But I basically had passwordless sudo, but it's like passwordless, meaning it actually requires your YubiKey for your sudo if a YubiKey is plugged in, which I found that really helpful because that basically meant that like on stream I don't have to type any passwords. So I liked that. And then yeah, using it for SSH keys and stuff. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. It sounds like it's really I don't know. It sounds harder than it is to configure. I'm doing okay. Sorry, I haven't been around much. I've been pretty busy. I see you're becoming exponentially more awesome, and this pleases me. Let's go. It's really nice to see you, Judo. I really hope things are good. I hope that things are a good busy. Yeah, I can relate. I feel like things have been really busy for me too, and it's been a good busy, which is really nice. You're gonna be a dad? Oh my God. That's actually huge. That's so exciting, dude. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Are you gonna teach it programming? Listen, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. You have this child. You can make a playlist. You can make it a mixtape. Okay? You make it a mixtape. And it's you making up lullabies that are like with programming, like you're teaching it logic. You're teaching it programming concepts in the form of lullabies, and you're playing guitar or something, or piano, okay? It's gotta be peaceful and you gotta learn an instrument or something, okay? So that, and then you play it while it sleeps, and it's gonna absorb. It's gonna absorb, and they're gonna be so smart. And then your wife is gonna walk in one day and be like, what is this? What is this? You're like, it's like the first time she's listening to the lyrics of the songs, and she's like, where did you get this music? You're like, I made it. It's mine. This is my creation. Just like this child. Yes. Rust, little baby, don't say a word. Yeah, exactly. Aegis, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Judo, did you know that I'm doing this full time now? It's been so long since you've been here. I quit my job. Just so you know, I decided to just like exist on the internet, frolic in the fields of the internet. Yeah. I, for one, love the co-working streams. Okay, that's good to know. Sometimes I feel like the co-working streams can be kind of boring, but like it is. So sometimes I stream to different categories. You know, as you saw, like on Monday, this Monday, I played video games instead and just didn't stream to YouTube because one, it didn't work on my setup because I didn't carry over my changes to my other stream PC. It's a whole thing. Okay, don't get me started. I'm a little scuffed. Okay. So I could only stream to Twitch, and so I streamed to Twitch only, and we played Overwatch. But sometimes on Mondays, most of the time, we're supposed to do co-working. And I do find that, like, usually when I jump between categories, I expect that, like, most people don't give a shit about gaming, okay? I'm sorry, I don't know if there's children watching this, okay? Don't let your child watch my stream. I might be a bad influence. Yeah, so, like, the gaming streams I expect, like, mostly drop off. But I've always noticed the co-working ones do not have as much of a drop off as like other varieties. So I assume that means y'all like it. The only thing is I got to get my classical music loaded onto my new stream PC. Actually, wait, I think I did that already. I think I did that recently. Okay. But you guys, we did this. Oh, you know, I thought that there was a chance that this would just work. Should we try it? Wait, hold on. Guys, we've already been live for 3 hours. I should not go too crazy on this. Exec with quotes, exec with single quotes. Oh shit. Okay, this looks evil. This looks a little evil. Wait, what does this even mean? A series of commands to your shell executing the renamed cat executable? What? Quoted executable names are correctly processed. The quotes are removed. I mean, I think this is gonna be fine. Executable name is found and executed. I gotta see. I don't remember how I handle executables. This is a problem for future me. I've decided, which means that we are gonna end stream. Let me switch. Guys, I'm still loving my keyboard. The split keyboard. Use promo code BASH20. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think do I have a promo code? No, it's just a link, I think, with that one. It's hidden because I got rid of the commands. Okay, that's my bad. I made a mistake. I deleted them by accident. Watch the movie I Saw the Devil. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we were talking about scary movies. I'm scared. I'm scared in advance. Is this plugged into anything? Okay, my monstrosity of cable. Honestly, some of you would be appalled by my desk, I think. All right. I should do a desk photo one of these days. Which keyboard? Actually, you know what? I have it. I have it linked somewhere. I can find it. Oh, it's in a live stream. We built it together on a live stream. And I say together as in like chat was there. Like, you know, can't give them too much credit. Okay, they're gonna run with it. They're gonna freaking run with it. Let me tell you. Okay, I don't know. All the links are in here. Where are you? What's that thing you're leaning on? Do you mean my chair? I miss my clicky keys. I don't. I realized I'm a linear switch girl. I like it. I like a nice smooth experience. Noroi. Okay, you guys. Okay, Noroi. I'm scared. I'm already scared. You guys, I saw Obsession and I got so scared. No spoilers in the chat. You're not allowed. Otherwise, I'm gonna ban you. And I'm not bluffing. Because it's inconsiderate to others. Say nothing. No spoilers. But I saw that one and it was very scary. The PAM configuration, is there some good documentation available? I actually, okay, my old blog, I have it on an old blog of mine. Replicate my setup. What is this? What is this? Oh my god, that's so funny. Did it? Okay, I have a to-do in my little blog post. Okay, don't. You're so funny. Here, this was a blog post I did to get it set up. Yo, hi gingerbread. Sounds delicious. To imagine a to-do on a published blog post. Okay, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. But yeah, this was one that I did a while ago. But yeah. It just says, I just live here now. Technically, I'm a dirty American, but I just so happen to get a cool job that required me to move here. Oh, in Europe? Nice. Nice. All right. We raid someone. We raid a creature of the internet. All right, people. What do you want from me? Guys, I keep forgetting that I can just like knock, knock. Let's collaborate with other streamers on Twitch. Alrighty. Okay, let me find what's up. Odd cactus is cool. Oh wait, I did not read that right. Okay, let's Oculus. All right, cool. We can read them. Easy. Thank you. Thank you, Mixed Nuts. I just asked a wife about the baby beginning programmer. She called me a gimpy nerd and told me to shut up. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. I know that won't stop you. You cannot let that phase you, okay? All right, you guys, we're gonna raid Odd Oculus. Yeah, it'll be great. Let me know. I think it's gonna be really smart. They're gonna be like so at peace. They're gonna be like, I can beat anyone up, and also I'm smart. I got nothing. That's all I need. Alrighty. Let's raid. I will see you all on Monday for some fun. Wicked smart. You're so right. I'll see y'all first on Monday for a bit of a roulette on what we end up doing. Either co-working or gaming or whatever, but mostly should be co-working. Okay. I will see you all next stream. Goodbye. Goodbye for now. Also, don't forget about Tailscale, today's sponsor. Okay? If you're looking to start a home server, that's the place to be. All right? Goodbye. I'll see you all next time. Did it work? Okie dokie. Bye, you guys.